Welcome to the Infinite world. What's my endgame? There came a zero. Send here, there is a silence everywhere.
Okay, okay. Let's see. Perfect. Hello. Hello. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good day, night, evening, morning, whenever. Hope you've been doing well. Yeah, we'll see what happened since the last time I streamed this. I've done some work since we last streamed, which has been good. I did a little bit more organizing, not probably enough, but I've worked. Right, last time I was working on a door, like a traditional door, that opens. What would you call it? It swings open. And I did get that working, but then I just realized that I probably wouldn't need that immediately, so I think I deleted it, which in hindsight, not the best idea I've ever had, but here we are. Instead, I also then worked on making an elevator door, which you can see here. Edit. Thank you. Yeah, so I made the elevator doors, and then the box trigger. The arrow was just so I can know the direction that it was facing. Which involved all of this. Yeah, which was good. I watched a couple of videos and tried to follow how they did it, and so I'm not sure it's the best way to do it, but it's the way that I learned to do it. That being said, there's like a description. The more I go in and try to figure stuff out, the more I'm realizing like I know like some like steps, right? I can follow instructions if somebody says, oh, do a static mesh or do a simulate physics or a variable or whatever. Like I know where to find those, and I can find those now and like put them where they need to be and whatnot. But in terms of like understanding what it does and why I need to use it, I'm still figuring that out for a lot of it. So for instance, on these doors, which I did get working mostly, there's a few things I need to change still, but I made it so that when you walk into the trigger, doors slide open and then they also close. I don't have a trigger on this side, meaning once you're in here, you're trapped forever, which is not super helpful, but that's something we'll work on today. So yeah, like we got working elevator doors. But like trying to figure out exactly, like I have to really think about why stuff works the way it does. So the open and closed door sections here are basically telling, right, there's an event that happens when you trigger the box, and then it tells it to do it once, and then the sequence is, this is the right door and this is the left door, as you can see here. And as far as I understand it, this is telling it, right, it tells it find where the door currently is, and then when this event is triggered, move it on the y-axis 100 whatever 100 units to a new location, right? And then check if the door, if that happened, and if it did happen, reset back to here. And the same thing with the left door, only the opposite direction. And then the closed door is the opposite, right? So all that changes between the open and the closed door is variable. This subtracts 100 from the right door and adds 100 to the left door, whereas the open does the reverse. It adds 100 to the right door, subtracts from the left door. And then you want the opposite. It's this part really that I don't understand. Like, what is it telling everything to do? This is set open door, the variable, but I'm not sure what it's checking exactly. Which is what I've been trying to figure out. Up here is how it actually works, right? This is telling the doors what to do, but this is like allowing that to this all to happen at all, as far as I understand. Which is like, once you overlap the box, right, the character, this is telling it once the character overlaps the box, so not just anything will trigger it. Once the character overlaps it, open the door, which is this event, right? And then check it, and then allow it to happen, I suppose, is what this is saying. And then the end is pretty much the same thing for the closed door. I did add a delay though, so it doesn't close auto close immediately, right? So when you walk in, it'll open instantly once you overlap the trigger, which is sitting right here, but it takes a second to close. That way you can actually go in the door. So yeah, I did all that, which is good. Again, I'm not sure, like, I could piece all that together myself. Which I think is probably the majority of the learning curve, right? I think when I first started out here, I thought, you know, the learning curve would be just learning where everything is and what all these things are, and that's sort of true, but it's like how to use them really, and like thinking about, oh, I want to make an elevator door, and then being able to like think through, oh, I'm gonna need a custom event for that, and I'm gonna want to do it once, and then I'm gonna need the sequence thing, and then I'm gonna need the move component to thing, and you know, like, I don't think I can think through all of that yet. We'll get there, so I'm not too concerned really, but that's kind of where we're at. Today the goal is to make an actual working elevator. We have the elevator door mostly. Ultimately I'd like the door to open not when I just walk up to it, at least on the inside, which is a whole other thing that we will figure out either later, as in another day, or just off stream entirely. Because I would like it so the elevator, you know, opens like a normal elevator and you have to press a button. But that requires more involvement from like adding a clickable object and making sure your character can actually click on stuff, and I don't fully know how to do that exactly yet. So as for now, it will just sit as a as a just opening closing by a overlapping box trigger. I will say, I suppose what we could do is actually just add another box trigger to the inside, just kind of copy and paste it so that I could, you know, or I suppose it would be easier to just move this rather than 2 box triggers, just have one. That's a little bigger. Which one would that be? That would be the green scale. If we did like a 1.5. 1.5. Okay. Come on thing. I messed up my keyboard here earlier, which has been great because now I don't know how to fix it. Like, please work for me. Okay, I think. Okay, we're good. 1.5. That way it should make it so I can open it up from the inside. Let's test. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah, that's way easier than duplicating it entirely, which would just be a pain, actually. Okay. So that's the door. Now we gotta actually work on the elevator itself. I changed the floor to just a panel with a box collision for this purpose, because that's what the video I was learning from. I did do a little bit here, right? And so this is for the box trigger, right? Pretty much the same thing, honestly. Once you overlap the trigger, only it's a little different, right? So this one says, okay, when the character overlaps, as long as it's not moving, right, as long as they're allowed to control it, allow them to enable an input so they can move it. So this will make it so the elevator doesn't just automatically start moving the second I walk over it, but rather like I have to click a button. So yeah, now comes the difficult part of, right now we need to make it so this actually does something, and like moves stuff. So that's the key now. Which I'm trying to, I should just pull up the video, or at least a working elevator 2v5. Yep. Which one was I? Trying to remember which one I was following. Really, don't play noise. So YouTube, thank you. Yeah, okay, so that's a video for, I did watch that, but that's for an automatic one. I'm looking for one that just is a trigger. So I do remember a few things. I do know that we need what's the word? Nope. Yeah, what was it? Trying to. This is why it's difficult. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if you told me, oh, you need this thing, I could do that thing. But like, I don't know all the terms. There's too many It's like a giant, like, you're just learning a new language essentially. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't remember what all the terms are. Do I want to add event? Is that what we're looking for? Like add him. Add on click. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's actually what we want. On clicks, we want left. No, not gamepad. We want mouse. Huh. Is mouse button. That's not what we want. I swear there was a mouse, like a left mouse button somewhere. I don't know. Why it's pulling up only. Interesting that. Okay, let's worry about that in a second. Let's see. So what we want to have happen, let's think this through. When we get onto the elevator, we walk onto it, it'll enable input. What we want to have happen. Hold on. There's something called keyboard. Keyboard events, keyboard values. Interesting. That's every single let's say when I press E. Nope, that's not it. Okay. So there is a way to do like for each virtual keyboard trigger. Fascinating. Player controller? Question mark? Cast to no. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna spend a second here. Give me 1 second. I am going to attempt to find the video. We shall see if I can. Elevator. Unreal Engine 5. Yeah. Okay, here it is. Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay, so yeah, okay, so I had it right. What we actually want to do here is follow not this. We actually do want keyboard up. Yup, and we also want a keyboard down. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Yeah, so currently I'm looking at a video by, I'll shout him out, Quinn Anthony, titled How to Make an Elevator in Unreal Engine 5. So yeah, you can, that's kind of what I'm following currently. Just trying to I don't want to watch the whole thing again. I'm just trying to get a good sense of where I was and what we were doing. And why we were doing it. Right. Okay. I think I mostly got it. We'll see. This is the learning process. Okay. First and foremost, we want to pull out our variable here. And then say branch. When pressed. Right, so now it'll check, as far as I'm understanding this, when I click up, it'll be like, oh, can they control it? If true, versus if false, right? Set. That's not what we want. We want to pull it again. With this one, we want set. Right, it'll say, okay, then allow them to control it. And so now the key will actually work with this, but it won't do anything currently. So now what we want to do is we got to set a timeline in order to get to do something. Timeline. We will call elevator movement. How we hook up the play. So I suppose we should be starting with the down, since our elevator will be moving down first. So yeah, let's do that actually. Okay. Elevator moves down. What we want to have happen. Right. Let's actually set up a float track that will tell the elevator what to do, the timeline, how we want it to work. Sure, 5 seconds is fine. Add one. This one's at 0, 0 though. And then we want to add a second one. This one is at 5 seconds and 1. Okay. Perfect. Compile that, save that. So now our timeline's doing something, but it doesn't know where to go, which is what alert vector is. And if I remember right, A is like where we want it to start, and B is where we want it to go, or to end. So we actually want this to be a variable. Variable that says start, and then nope, promote to variable, a variable that says this is where we want it to end. Great. Okay, so now I'm trying to remember what goes here. Compile first, save first. Only I could remember. Okay, back to our little video here. Just scan through. Okay, yeah, that's right. That makes sense. That checks out. Yeah, so now we actually need to. Can you imagine it? Set relative. We have to set the relative location of the plane. You know, wild, I know. So we want to update it, and we want our new location to be the alert values, right? So this is saying when we click it, we want to update the plane to these locations depending on how things are. That being said, I don't it's not like we've actually set what these are. I'm trying to think how you do that. Yeah, set start and start, set end. I don't know if that's like what we want exactly currently. I do know it's actually not that hard once you're going right. We want keyboard up. We want a branch. Condition, can control. We want can control set. If it's true that you can't control it, then play the reverse. Is that true? Is that how we want it? Yeah. Which, or no, set it as you can't control it. Or I'm trying to see this thing. It's this box. I don't fully understand how it's different from, or what it's doing, what it's telling stuff to do. I do know this will work. I just don't know why it works exactly. Oh, is the start and end? Is the start and end the timeline movement? Like the start and end of the timeline movement? Because of this? That might be it. Okay, let's run in here fast. Only the plane's gonna move right now, if it moves at all. So that's gonna be awkward. Plus I don't know what qualifies as up. What I really should have done is just binded it to a specific key. Because like what is keyboard up? Oh, I suppose it's the arrow key. Yeah, that checks out. I'm dumb. Okay, you can ignore that one, thanks. We're clearly not working. Which is great. That was fantastic. I love that. Okay, let's actually... Or no, we're already at up, wouldn't we be? Or so I should press down. Let me just test all these things, why don't they? Yeah, no, we're not doing anything. It's just fascinating why we're not doing anything. It's for the sake of simplicity here. If I just, no, I just want these ones gone for now. No, break this link and break this link. I don't want to delete them. I'd rather just move them out of the way for now. And if we can just change this to keyboard E, please. Just the E button, thank you. So when I press the E button, there, now we'll know for sure if it's working. Which I doubt it will be, but yeah. Okay, something's clearly horribly wrong. Which checks out. What's new? Really? Is that not supposed to be checked? I'm looking at the video again, and this says that this goes here. There's another thing here for the finished, and then it goes back to can control. Oh yeah, I suppose it would stop it from. Okay. If I had that checked, what it would be is, oh, you can still control it even while this is playing, which we don't actually want. We don't want you to be able to control the elevator while it's moving, only when it's not moving. And so this tells it when it's done moving, you can control it again. Which will allow it to be pressed because this is checking the can control variable over and over and over and over and over. My question right now is like, how's that all? I don't understand how that's at all connected to this, like in any way, shape, or form. Because let's see, you overlap, you cast the first person character, enable input. When you're not overlapping it, it disables the input. Yep. That checks out. But like, this isn't connected to the elevator at all as far as. Oh no, it is here. Okay. So maybe that will work now? Question mark? Or not? Never mind. I mean, it's not like I actually set what those positions are, right? Like, we don't have what these positions are in terms of the elevator movement, do we? I don't understand. So this is time, right? This is time, and this is something. I don't know what this is. What up and down is on a float track. Let's look what that is up. What is the y-axis mean in a float track UE5? I don't think what it pulled up is what I'm timeline. I mean in a float track in timeline. In a timeline. Keys and curves. This is probably what we want. Here, let's look at this. Stop it. A curve defines a track of interpolated points to evaluate over a given range. Curves can be vectors, yes. Add a float track, adding keys. Yeah, editing keys. The time and value of the key. Right. But what does the value mean? Value? What is the value? I don't know. What are these numbers? This is something I've like been trying to understand for a while now. And I think I messed some setting up somewhere along the way. But like my scale and everything is just like way off depending on what I'm looking at. Right, these doors are not actually this size. Like, looks fine in the editor, but then I had to like scale them way up to make them fit within the world that I have going on. And so I feel like something's just horribly wrong, honestly. Okay, let's try to figure out how to get this elevator to do something. Set relative location. Yeah. Is there a way to like set? Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, we got it. I think we got it. Okay. Because I think what we're looking at is we didn't actually set what these are. So what we want is the plane is currently sitting at negative 300, 50, 10. So we want that. Copy the values into the start location. Paste those values. And then the end values, we only are talking about the Z, so like if we paste those, this one, we just would want this to go down to like negative 90. We can go down 100, I suppose. Also, yeah, do you see that? Like everything is sitting at 10 right now. Like the floor is at 10, not 0, and that's just like weird as I don't understand where I messed up everything. Okay, well, if those are set now, it should be like, oh, okay, we'll go from 9 this to this. Please work. That's all I'm just gonna pray that this works now. I open it up, walk in, let the door close. Oh, something happened. We got moved. Something definitely happened just now, but it wasn't what we wanted it. Why did we move like that? No, for real, why did we move like that? What in the world? Okay, so something is clearly off here. It did move though, so I'll take that as a win. That's a good win. That's a win. Let's save everything. We did move, so that's cool. Yeah. Now, how do we keep it from doing whatever it just did? I don't even know what it just like decided to just kind of shimmy a bit instead of actually just going down. Also, it happened like instantly, which was weird because it should be happening over 5 seconds. So that was also strange, to say the least. Okay, let's do a fun thing here and say, let's try to get it to do a reverse and see if it moves back into that position. True, if we can control it and we press the, what button should we press instead? We'll press the Q button. Keyboard Q. Yep. Do the reverse. Okay, let's see what that. Let's see how that turns out, eh? Doors open. Doors closed. We go. Weird teleporting. And then see, it like teleports me over here and then proceeds to go down just slightly, which is weird. If I press Q. Pressing Q brings us back up, but not back over. So something else wild is happening right now. Is it like colliding with objects or something? I don't know. I do not know. I could not tell you. Let's move it down a bit. So it's for sure not in collision with anything. I don't think. Yeah, it's not. Okay. So it's not in collision with anything anymore. It's not touching a single thing. Which does mean we need to update the starting position, but to whatever it is now, 0. And let's go down to negative 100. And I'm wondering if it's just colliding. I just want to figure out if it's colliding with stuff on the start, or like what's happening. No, we're just teleporting. We're teleporting to the side, and I don't know why we're doing that. Why are we doing that? Huh. But it doesn't like go back when I. That's the weirdest part. Right, if I click E, teleports me over here and goes down. But if I press Q, it just comes back up. Right? But it doesn't actually go back to where it was. So like it's just like teleporting for some reason and I don't understand. But only once. It only teleports once, and I don't know why it's doing that. Other than that though, we're working. It is working other than that. Why is it doing that? That's not what I want. Is there a way to like lock movement in two directions and so it can only move in one direction, like up or down, and it can't possibly move side to side at all? I would think there is a way. even if I do not know it. Whether we teleport the physics state, if true, physics objects for this object. Plane, hello plane. What are you doing with your wife, plane? Can we talk about that? And why are you doing it? Why are you doing it, plane? Yeah, I mean, movable is what we want. Just so weird. Why are we doing that? Like running through everything. See if there's something I messed up. I don't think so. So I don't really know what's happening. Something's clearly wrong. Every time I start one of these streams, I'm like, oh, all I'm gonna be doing is moving an elevator. How long can that take? And then this happens every time, without fail. Okay. Hey, so I'm starting to wonder, like, if I change the plane to something else, right? Like just a cube. If I just change it to a floor cube, but I don't know, like, how much that would mess up. You know what I mean? I don't want to mess up like too many things. If I detach the trigger from the plane, will it even work? I don't know. Why do we do that? What is that? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? And how do I stop it? Like, that's great. I'm glad we are moving up and down, but I also need to know why we're moving so far off everywhere else right now. Because that's not what I want you to do. I don't want you to do that. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I may regret this life decision. But we want to add a cube. Oop. And for static mesh, we want to add, let's see, the SM. Oh, let's just floor. The floor mesh or the floor 400 by 400? Yeah, sure. Bring it up a bit. Perspective top. I want to make sure it's good. Then perspective right. Smack dab in the center. Perfect. Yeah, I know that's bad. It's because everything's messed up. Don't worry, I will fix this. All that really matters is that we're casting to a plane currently, and we want to cast to a we want to cast to something else. Set relative location cube. Yep. Update to the cube, please. Thanks. File. Save. Should be good on that front. It's pretty small, but for now, but it's fine. Let's change this to floor polish. Okay. Save. Save. Save all. Let's just save all. And then did changing it to a cube do anything? Well, actually, hold on. We gotta make sure it's in the right spot. 350 to 10. Event graph. Start. Nope. We are not in the right spot. So that will change stuff. And we didn't go very far down. Let's go to negative 250. File, save. Save. Save everything. There you go. Play. Door opens. Walking. Hit E. And we still teleport! Why do we do that? Why do we teleport? Man, I wish I knew why we teleported. That would be fantastic. Let's perspective from the left. Because I think we're a little... What is that? Stop that. Don't snap. Location 0. Wow, I wish I knew why we were teleporting. That would be fantastic. Let me tell you. If only. Negative 350 and 0, yeah. That should be where we are. Well, this should be 0 now. File and save. Why are we teleporting? I don't know what I gotta change to make you not teleport. Oh, Google, my friend. Why does my elevator teleport upon triggering Unreal Engine 5? No, this is just telling me how to teleport stuff. Gosh darn it, that's not what we want. I don't want to teleport. I just... Why? Why don't we work? Why aren't we working? I don't understand why we aren't working here. Clearly, I've done something horribly wrong. I just don't know what that horribly wrong thing is. So it doesn't feel like I did something wrong. Everything seems to be good, but for some reason... I was just scrolling through the dang... What do you call it again? Video, and I have matched everything perfectly. So it's something else. Yeah. It'll move where it's told. Are we sure? Are we sure about that? Because it's not. It is not moving where it's been told to move. It is doing whatever it wants. Oh, and I don't know why it's doing whatever it wants. What if we made... I doubt this will change anything, but... Right now we are linear, but what if we... auto... Like, what if we try something else here? Nope. We just teleport to a new position. Does it think it's a new position in the... My only thought process here is that it's thinking that this coordinate... Where is this coordinate? This coordinate is not where it currently is, but rather it's somewhere over there where it's teleporting to, which makes no sense because it's clearly I just literally copied and pasted the location. If I change this to the absolute location, or does that matter? I don't know. Does that change anything? I don't know. Like I just don't. I don't get it. Why do we do that? Why do we do that? Yeah, that didn't matter at all. It seems to think that this isn't where it is, which is, if this is that problem where everything is just weirdly scaled and everything's just off between blueprints here and blueprints there and whatever, that's kind of frustrating. This is nothing. That's not needed. No. X. I'm trying to like figure out if there's a way to keep it from moving in two directions. You would think I wouldn't need to do that, but here we are. Cube. This is saying the cube's at negative 200, negative 210. Which... Huh? What do you mean that's where it's at? See, this is what I'm talking about. Hold on. I think we might have figured it out. Not that I know why it's doing this, but let's see if this fixes it, huh? Like if we... Hold on. Cube? If we copy those, and then we go over here, and we click on start, and we say paste, and then we change this to, sure, negative 250, but like, negative 250. And compile that and save it here. So even though this is not where that is in this one, does that fix our teleporting problem? It fixed our teleporting problem. Oh my gosh. It fixed the teleporting problem. Okay, so now we got to figure out why our number locations aren't matching up between the two. Because this door says it's at 2050. What is that, the right door? That's certainly not what it is currently saying. Or the whole door is. So that's interesting. Definitely interesting. Definitely confusing. Anyway, we fixed it. I need to figure out why that's a thing and why that is happening. Because I don't know. Why is my location in the level editor not the same as the location in the blueprints? Unreal Engine 5. So new to UAE. I'm trying to make a spring arm. Nope, that wasn't it. Okay, well, this is suggesting that we just come in here and say this should just all be 111 and then 000. Like, we just want it all at 0. Right, save, hold on, and then go back here. Theoretically, this now has its own box trigger. So if we just like say goodbye to this one. Yeah, I know it's messes with a ton of stuff by doing that. But what if we just said, instead of this one on the beginning and end, what if we just said on the cube itself, so we don't have to have a separate trigger? What say ye? What? Does that work? That seemed to have worked. Okay, so now I don't have to worry about that at all. I did that so I didn't have to figure out the box and stuff, and I could leave this at 000. Which should mean that we do need to change this back over here, actually, to 000. And we want it to end at 0, 0, negative. Let's just do negative 500. Okay. Compile, save, save. Look at it way over there now. You see, this is one with the what in the world? It's decided that's 000, I suppose. Which I don't understand. If we just delete it from the world and then drag it in again. How does that work? We want it to be snapping though, please. Okay. Back to perspective view, huh? We want it to overlap this as best as possible. Yes, thank you. We want left view. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay. Is this gonna work? Or did I destroy everything by doing that? Only one way to find out. I destroyed it all. It's all destroyed. Everything's dead. It'll never work again. Perfect. Blah blah. Blah blah. This is at 0000000, supposedly. A collision box thing. What are we calling this? We're gonna call this box trigger, or no, we'll call it cube trigger. Anyway, cube trigger. So maybe what we actually want is not that. We want on component What if I search cube trigger? Nothing? Cube? Cube? Box overlap component. Yeah, okay, I'm confused. I think actually all we should have to do is if we just drag this over there, compile, save, yeah. If we just make this a little bigger. Right, we just scale it up. Where's the scale though? Yeah, that just moves it, which is not what we want. We want the scale of the box trigger to just be slightly bigger than the box itself, you know? What was that? Oh, I forgot I changed a ton of stuff. Don't do a customized collision, thank you. Just normal collision. Please and thank you. Compile, save everything. Try this again. Well, where's it? Nope. Okay. What if it might be touching something currently, which might be the problem. So let's move it so it's not doing that. Let's see if it works. E. It's not working. Okay. I guess that was just too helpful. Question mark. Fine. We'll figure this out again. What's the point of being able to add a collision to the box itself if it doesn't end up working in the end? Why? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. What was the point? Whatever. Let's add a box collision. No, that's a nice little box. Exclusion. And call this trigger. Okay. However, we want this thing to be. Oh, stop that. Perspective top. Thank you. And it's smack dab in the middle. So weird. And then we want perspective left. This to be smack dab in the middle. Okay, then we need to scale it up. To whatever this is going to be. What, like 6.5? Yeah, that'll work. Same with this, 6.5. Perfect. And then let's do 0.5. Yeah. Okay, compile, save. Event graph. Goodbye and goodbye. And trigger. Begin overlap. And then trigger end overlap. There and there. Compile. Save. Save. Play. We fell through the ground. Why did we fall through the ground? What in the world? Stop. Hold on. Why did we suddenly fall through the ground? Where did the ground go? What in the world happened? Why are we falling through the ground all of a sudden? Oh gosh, what did I do? Oh no, what did I do? What did I do? I did something to the mesh. That's what it is. I messed up the mesh somewhere along the way. Stop. Helpful. Not helpful at all, actually. Collision block all. That should be what we want, yeah. We definitely messed something up here, man. I don't know. We're just falling through the ground now. I don't know what to do about that. Oh gosh, what did we do? And how do we fix it? Can we just add a collision again, please? And then just save? Will that work? That worked. Okay, we're no longer falling through the ground. Thank goodness. Wow, the game just didn't like that, did it? The doors are a little funky now. Why are the doors doing that? What did I do? I messed everything up. Ah! Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh goodness gracious. Oh gosh. What did I do? Oh no. Tell me at least the elevator works. Well, that's a plus. You know? Well, one half the elevator works. The other half doesn't work for some reason. I can no longer bring it back up, which is exciting. I don't know why I can't. So I seriously messed up a ton of stuff. Hey, what if we... Can I go to undo history, please? How far back can I go? Add keys. We're past the add key point. For sure. Edit static mesh. What are all these? I don't want to edit static mesh. So what if we just go to like right before that? I don't know where this is gonna put me, but I messed something horrible up, and I don't want to. I don't want to deal with it. So if we could just go back to before I did all that, that'd be better. Did we do it? Are we there? And did I break Unreal? I think I broke Unreal. It's no longer responding. Oh good. Oh good. Oh good. This is going well. This is going well, let me tell you. Oh. Okay. Okay. Minimize. What is happening? And why is it happening? Okay, we no longer have a plane. This is when I switched to a cube, I believe. I think. Yes. Yes, because it's not even, we don't even have the, okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. This is before I messed everything up. Somewhere along the way. We want to set relative location cube. Start this at 0, 0, 0. End at 0, 0, negative 500. Okay. Okay. Compile. Viewpoint top. Trigger. That trigger is huge. We don't need it that big. I think 6.5 was what we wanted, right? Yeah. And then 0.5, which should be good as long as it's, yeah, it's a little off. Though I suppose I would rather have it there than elsewhere. Okay. I'm not touching this. That static mesh is not being touched again. You can't make me. I refuse to touch it. Okay, well, let's move this to where we want it to be moved, shall we? Which is somewhere near. It's definitely smaller than it was, isn't it? I could have sworn that was bigger. So that's nice. That's great. I love that. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. I love it. I love it so much. Why is it smaller now? I don't. You know what? That's a less worse problem to have than what we were having. So it's fine. It's fine. You can be smaller if you want to be. You do you. I'm not gonna stop you. Okay. Okay. Yep. We want it right there. Want it right there, and then let's just make sure it all works first, shall we? Before we try to fix the size. E. Okay, good start. Q. And there it is. We are not going back up. Okay, so we're like halfway there, you know? We were halfway there now. Okay, I will say this though. Basically what we want to do here is ultimately we want to add some cubes. Specifically, we want them to be wall. The different walls, you know? Actually, let's not worry about that. Like, that's great and all. Let's not worry about that right now. Let's figure out how we fix this queue problem. That's where it just ceases to work for some reason. What did I do wrong? How do I fix it? Right. It all seems good. So something here is fucked. I don't know what though. Right, because this all works. This works. It's good. Good job. Everything's great. Fantastic, even. But then the second I tried to do something else, it just like said, nah, friend, no. Why would we do that? We ain't gonna do that. Get out of here. And I said, wow, thanks. Appreciate that. So glad. Why though? Why won't you just work for me? We add the condition, and then we drew to, so hold on, can control, set, can control, all true, and then we reverse, and then, because it was working, everything was working, and then it said, no, actually we're done. We've hit the end of our desired work status. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, go down and then head back up, or don't head back up. Give up. Why did we give up? I know what's the problem. I know what the problem is. The trigger isn't attached to the cube, so it's not following. So like I'm standing on the cube, right, and I can press E, and then the platform goes down, but the trigger stays where it is. And so like I can no longer trigger it because there is no more trigger. It's up above my head. I'm pretty positive that's what the problem here is. So I think that fixed it then. We go down. Yup. That was it. That was the problem. Nice. Fixed, baby. Okay, the elevator doors are fucked for some reason. Oh, the elevator doors are fucked for some reason. Oh god, what is that about? Oh no. Oh gosh. Why? Why? Oh no, why are the doors fucked now? Um Oh, it's because I moved them. Oh, it's because did I move them? I don't. Did I move the doors? Tell me I didn't move the doors. I don't think I moved the doors. I think they were fine. I don't think I moved the doors. But I guess I moved the doors or something. I mean, they seem fine. So why are the doors being all funky now? Who knows? Open door. Okay. So now we're fine? Now we don't have problem. Hold on. If we go down and we come back up, what was it? Just like a one-time thing? Okay, you know, it was a one-time thing. It was a one-time thing. It was a one-time thing. We don't need to worry about that. We don't need to worry about that anymore. We're done worrying about that. Thanks. Oh my gosh, what in the world is even happening? Yikes. Okay, we have a working elevator. That took so much longer than I thought it was going to take. I don't know why I'm surprised by that anymore. I should not be surprised by that. That's just like how this goes, you know? Oh, I shouldn't be surprised by this anymore, but I am every time, forever. Okay. Elevator's working. We're coming up on 2 hours in about 15 minutes here. And that had drained all of my energy. So, I think next time, in the next episode, what we want to be doing is we need to actually just right now this is all just static meshes chilling here. What we want to do is we want to drag it all into the elevator, and just build the whole room here in the blueprint. That way it can all be under the cube. That way when we trigger the elevator, the whole thing goes down, and comes back up. Which, you know, saying that now, it feels like we'll be able to get that done in like 15-20 minutes, you know, like not that big of a deal, but that could take an hour and a half. Hopefully not. We do need to add in, and that includes the elevator door that will be thrown in there, which I'm not entirely sure. Actually, can I do that? Blueprint, elevator door. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I will figure that out. I do plan on looking up a few things before tomorrow's stream. That will be one of them, because I need the door attached, because I don't want to just leave the door behind when I move the elevator. So, and hopefully that won't cause any problems for our elevator door, and that our door will continue to work as it currently works. Yeah, okay, so attach this, build an actual elevator room instead of just a bunch of squares surrounding an elevator platform. That's on the docket to do. Also on the docket to do is probably finally, assuming that doesn't take very long, which it might take a long time, I'll probably also want to then turn our elevator door from I walk into the door and it opens, into an actual I click on the door and it opens, which again, that's how the elevator works. So you would think it would just be as simple as copying and pasting some code over, and I really hope it's as simple as that, but we shall see. Right, you would think it'd just be like, oh, I just take all of this, throw it in there, and replace this. By golly, I hope that's how that works. But yeah, those are kind of like two big goals. This is a build. Basically, we want to finish, and we want to have a finished elevator. That's kind of the goal here. A fully functioning finished elevator. Which, if that all works out, we'll figure out the exact heights we need, and then we'll just copy and paste this room below. We'll build a floor that extends a little past, like, or I guess we don't need to if you never leave the elevator. True. Okay, yeah, we'll copy and paste this to below or above, either one, and then figure out the exact coordinates so we can get the elevator. Long story short, if everything works out, we'll have a working, functioning elevator and a clickable door for it, and then you will be able to walk in. We'll start in the room, we walk to the elevator door, click on the door, it opens, we walk in, the door closes, we then go down the elevator, and then we click on the door and we can enter into the room below. That's what we want. That's what we're looking to do. We shall see if that's possible tomorrow. At the very least, I'd like to get the elevator done. judging by how things went today, where I almost destroyed everything somehow, I turned some collision off somewhere and it just fucked everything up. So assuming that doesn't happen, we should be good. We should be able to do all of that. So that's our current goal. Yeah, that's our current goal. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching. We will catch you tomorrow. We'll be streaming again tomorrow. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye bye.